Today, we're going to have an opportunity to talk with Sydney, owner and operator of Gifts on Parkway, community liaison, and a mom who finds a way to balance it all. Sydney, I actually remember the very first time that I spoke with the lady who's like Miss Congeniality of Russellville, Arkansas. I think it was Mother's Day Eve, and I was trying to find my wife a gift, and you went over the top. Coming from that, how tell us a little bit about your journey. How did you become to be the owner and operator of Gifts on Parkway?
I taught here in Russellville for several years and then decided that I wanted to do something different, and had gone shopping at Gifts on Parkway because it was a favorite store of mine also. And after leaving the store that day, I just felt like the Lord was telling me, this is what you're going to do. And so I looked into seeing if they would sell the business. And a week later, I had keys to the building.
That's such a bold thing to walk
Yes.
up to somebody from shopping. I guarantee they didn't expect anybody was going to buy their store that
No,
day.
no, not at all.
Oh man. So with coming from teaching, what inspired you to get into retail?
So while teaching, I had also worked in retail at a local small business and knew that was something that I always would want to get into eventually, but wasn't sure how that would happen. So after shopping at Gibson Parkway, it being a favorite store of mine, and then getting to take over that was just a blessing.
Oh. So jumping into Gifts on Parkway, you have had to have some type of learning curve or unique experience along the way. What are some of the challenges that
For
you see
sure.
with this?
Yes, over the last 6 years, I have learned a lot. Having no business background at all, I've learned how to work with customers, how to order product, and to work with my vendors on what I should order, how much I should order, when I should order it. There's a lot that goes into having a small business and having a gift business, making sure that I have everything that's needed for the right time.
It's so funny because every time I go in there, it's like a personalized experience where you and your team members know the names of the customers that are there. You have such this unique relationship, these kind of micro, in-depth relationships with the people that shop at Gifts on Parkway. How do
Mhm.
you maintain all of that with your customers and keeping track with them?
Getting to know my customers is something that really helps with knowing what to order, what customers are wanting, what to have in the store. We try to have gifts for any occasion, any age. So, learning my customers, I try to, at some point in time, get their name and call them by name so that they feel like the shopping experience is just that much more personable. I think that having that relationship with them will definitely encourage them to come back and shop again, just knowing that I care about them and care about what they possibly would want for a gift.
I know having all of my information on file has been such a benefit because I've just simply been able to send you a text. You've got my logo. I send you the names of the things that I want, and you send me like a thumbs up with a text saying it'll be ready in like 30 minutes.
Yes, we keep all of the business logos and different things that we do with our engraving machine, so that we are able to quickly get those products to customers. I have a ton of phone numbers in my phone that customers will just randomly text and say, "Hey, I need this within 30 minutes." I can quickly get that done for them. That's one of the reasons I love our engraving machine, to offer that quick service, and a personalized gift is always good.
It is, and it makes people so if you're showing up to something and you got something in like 2 hours
Mhm.
and you show up to that event with somebody's name engraved in it, people think that they've prepared for that at
Yes.
in that gift for weeks.
Yes.
So
Last minute is always happening for different people, whether it's a wedding shower gift, a birthday gift, or just because gift, and having it ready within 10 to 15 minutes, they can take it and the person never knew that they were last minute getting a gift.
yeah, and so kind of a new thing that I saw when I was in your store last was not just with the engraving, but the embroidery.
Hmm. Yes.
So, what does that system look like? Because I have
Yes.
no idea.
So I felt like it was time to add something new to the store. The embroidery is something that I can also put on our different gifts, whether it's bags, shirts, different giftable items that people are wanting. And I just felt like that was something that was needed within the community for a gift option
Oh,
more than just.
absolutely love it. Community involvement, right? I
Mhm.
mean, you're kind of like, I don't know if you've ever bought a vehicle like a Jeep or something, but then you see Jeeps every third car. After you meet Sydney once, you see her on every single place all the time. You're in a lot of stuff.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your activity, the things you've done in Russellville. I know junior auxiliary leadership have been a part of your resume.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your community involvement, Sydney.
Yes. So I try to get Gifts on Parkway involved in any way possible. Any opportunity I have to sign up and serve with my time, I am doing that, or serving with giving donations. I joined Junior Auxiliary about 4 years ago, and that has been wonderful to be able to serve all ages within the community and seeing how we can be more involved. Several of my favorite activities that we've done are the lunch buddies, getting to go into the schools from being a previous teacher and then going back and being able to visit with the kids. And then also some of the other activities with the seniors of Russellville, being able to serve them in different projects that we've done. I also was in leadership and getting to meet other members of the community. And I'm not from Russellville, so learning more about Russellville during that year that we were together was amazing, just to see how we as a community, as small businesses or even larger businesses, can work together to serve our community was wonderful.
That's kind of incredible because I had no idea junior auxiliary did all of those things.
Hmm.
So everybody knows the JA ball. That's
Hmm.
like adult prom is kind of what it's known as. And that
Yes.
is an absolute brilliant event. But to know that it benefits kids at that entire school level is
Hmm.
something that is really cool to see go full circle.
Yes, it's wonderful. Being able to, we do go to the Boys and Girls Club uh, as one of our projects to be able to work with the kids there. That's where our charity ball is. But we also get to work with them within the community in other ways, serving them with food donations and with clothing donations if there's ever needed.
I love it. So talking about wearing many hats, right? So this Miss Congeniality of Russellville, owner and operator of Gifts on Parkway, community leader, but you're a sports mom too.
Yes.
And how do you even have time to balance all of those extracurricular kids and family activities?
It is a lot. I have two active boys, and so we are always in the car going somewhere to a sporting event or an activity that they are involved in. I am blessed with an amazing tribe that helps me with all the things, family and friends that step in when I'm not able to be there, whether it be with my boys or at the store. So there are a lot of times that I have to call someone and say, hey, can you work for just a couple of hours? Because I've got this, I've got to go to.
Seems like there's always something. So with
Always.
sports, do you
Hmm.
have one sport that you like to follow your kids' journey in more than any other?
Yes, probably basketball because I played
Okay.
basketball when I was younger. So our boys are just getting into basketball and having the best time with it. But in the off season, we do all the other sports too. So
Which league did they find here to play in?
they play in the rest of the league here, both football, basketball, and baseball. So
So yeah, you would absolutely have to have a tribe because
yes.
practices, especially when you're in that overlapping type of season where one
Mm-hmm.
is ending and one is starting,
Mm-hmm.
you got to be there.
Yes.
As a sports parent, you almost feel like your kids, if they're not at those events, like they're missing out
Mm-hmm.
or they won't get to play if they're not there. So it's incredible that you have a path to kind of keep everything absolutely going.
I have a really good calendar that keeps me on track.
Personal insights, right?
Hmm.
So this is something that I think the world could truly enjoy because if you're balancing all of these things, you got to remember to have like some strong foundation at home.
Mhm.
How do you and your husband, how do y'all find the time to even support one another in y'all's journeys?
Sharing a calendar is one of the
Now,
ways.
how do you share your calendar? What do
Um,
you use for that?
Anytime I put anything in my calendar, I send him an invite. So he has it on his calendar so he knows what we're doing. Just communicating and letting him know, hey, we've got this going on. How can I help you? And him asking, how can I help you in that situation? Just because we are always on the go. If it's not work, it's with sports and the boys or extra activities with the school. So we're always going somewhere. Communication is key, and then also just um, taking time for ourselves and being able to talk about what we're doing, what we need, and what we are wanting to do in the future.
Do you kind of feel like in the morning when y'all are getting ready that you kind of have like short agenda prep meetings of the
Yes.
day of like,
Yes.
hey, at 4:15 this, at 5:55 this, at 7:15 this.
Yes.
You grab Wendy's on the way home. I'll get the McDonald's and we'll see each other at 8 p.m.
Yes. If it's even that early.
Oh man. What advice would you give to someone who is looking to start a business?
Someone looking to start a business, I would encourage them to find their tribe just so that they have a good support system because it is hard when wanting to start something. You have to be the face of your business. And if you're not, it may not be successful. Also, my advice would be to reach out to local um, small businesses to see possibly what tips and tricks they might have for them. Also, reaching out to the Small Business Association at Tech was something that I did when I started my business, just to see where to go, what to do with getting a business license, a local business license, a state business license, what I needed to do to get my tax ID numbers. They were very informative on what I might need and how I could go about obtaining those quickly just because we took over a business quickly. Within 6 weeks,
Yeah.
yes, within 6 weeks, we bought the business and reopened under a new name. So we just needed all of that quickly. And the Tech Small Business Association was able to help us with all of that, just get started. So that's some advice that I would give them.
Did they have like a consultation fee in order just to get started, or how does that work?
With the Small Business Association there at Tech, they didn't have a fee that we had to pay. It was just a consultation for us to be able to see what we were getting into with it. So it was nice that we were able to just go in and say, this is what we're wanting to do. How could you help? Or what advice do you have for us going forward? And then we also have kept in contact over the years, different seminars that they had or different activities they had available. They always email and let me know about them and any of them that I'm able to make. We always enjoy catching up.
Ah, that's incredible. That's a local benefit that's
Mhm.
added for anybody who may want to think about or jump into owning a small business.
Yes, definitely a hidden gem.
If you are looking to learn more about Sydney, you can go see her at Gifts on Parkway. She will take the time to let you know all about the things that may mean the most on your next gift giving decision.
Thank
Sydney, thanks so much.
you. Thank you.